Hey guys, it's Laura here with Little Lights by Laura, and I am super excited to let you guys in on an early Christmas gift. I was gifted the Cameo 4, and I am so pumped. You guys, this machine is so stinking cool. So I wanted to walk you guys through a little bit of the how-to on the computer side, and then I'm also gonna post a video of just kind of like comparing the two machines because I have the original Cameo and also some of the functions and features on the Cameo 4. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to silhouetteamerica.com/setup, and then it'll allow you to choose which machine you're setting up. You'll register your machine here. If you already have an account, you'll want to sign in first. It'll prompt you to do that, so that's no big deal. So I'm already signed in. And then you're just going to come down, and this just kind of goes over what's in the box. Pretty straightforward there. And how to remove the tape if you haven't already done all of that. And then it tells you to connect it, and the screen on the actual Cameo is gorgeous. It's a backlit screen, so it's really bright and super user friendly, which is very cool. And then you're going to come down here after you've turned it on, and you're going to download and install the software. If you don't have the updated software, they'll want you to do that. And really, this is fun too. You get a month of a free design store subscription, and I already have kind of sought out what I think I'm going to spend my 25 bucks on. It automatically dumps to your account, so that's super nice. But I am probably going to eat up all of my free money in fonts. So how gorgeous is this mermaid font? I am loving it. Those aren't very clear images, but this looks really cool. So you get $25 there, so that's exciting. Who doesn't love free stuff? And then you also get 100 shapes. Here we go. Added to your library. So when you go and you open up your Silhouette, you'll want to follow these steps. So navigate library designs, free with machine Cameo folder, and it will allow you to like load them. So on mine, for some reason, I went library and then library again, and then it was right here, free with machine, and then Cameo 100. So they just aren't downloading yet, but I can click all of them and let them go through and download. So that's exciting too. 100 shapes, that's cool. And then this is fantastic. There is a learn how to use your Silhouette machine, and you can click on this user guide, and then you also can click on like a manual for how to use the software. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't checked out all of the other videos that are so heavily based on how to use the software, I'm sure you could find something helpful there perhaps. I didn't go there just yet, just because I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on the software, but I'll definitely check it out to see, because I'm always open to learning new things. But this is pretty cool. This is the like the user manual, if you will, that comes with the Cameo 4. And I will show you guys. It comes with tool adapters, which is really different. I wasn't aware of this, but the Cameo 4 has what is called a tool detection, and the software, and also there's a little metal strip on the back of each of these adapters, and it registers on the machine what tool you're cutting with. So that's a little different, especially for me. So this just kind of talks about how to register your machine, going through kind of everything that I already talked to you guys about. This is just going over, again, how to plug it in, turn it on. That really hasn't changed. This is an overview of the software. Again, for me, nothing really new there, but you guys, you have access to this once you're on Silhouette's page. So this is part of the setup for you to read through all of this. It goes over the drawing tools. I've covered a lot of these in other tutorials, so you can kind of browse through this and then browse my channel if you're looking for more in-depth information on how to, or you can always shoot me a comment or an email, and I'll be happy to do any video of your needs, if you will. This is super exciting, you guys. This is new, and at least new to me. This is something that you are able to split your screen. So check this out. You can click in the Silhouette software to share your screen with your library. So I'll show you how to do this. This is pretty awesome. So you're going to go back to your design, and over here there's an arrow. I know you can only see half of it because my screen's kind of cut off, but you can click on this and boom, it pops up. So you can add things into your, from your library directly into your design page. So that is pretty exciting. So that's a very fun feature. Going back here, this just goes over the design store, how to download. The send panel, so this is a little bit different too because the Cameo 4 has two cut tool options basically. You can kind of choose which one is cutting where and how. I will show you here on the software. If you go to the send feature, if you look right here, this says tool 1 and this says tool 2. So right now tool 1 is active, the arrow is pointing to the cutting mat. Tool 2 is not active. So for me, I'll pretty much only use tool 1 just because I don't foresee myself flipping back and forth to two different tools because I mainly just cut vinyl. Okay, coming back here, so this is basically saying here that when you're in this send screen that you have these options to kind of cut more detail basically. And this is truthfully something that I use. I've shown you guys how to do this on my video of how to cut multiple colors. This is not different. This is still the same that it's been from previous years of software. This is where, like, if I had multiple colors on my cutting mat right now, I'd be able to show you like, oh, I want to cut by the red line, the green line. I can link the video that I'm talking about in the description for how to do that. If you missed that one, that's a good video. Moving right along, this is just talking about how to prep your cutting mat and turning on your Cameo and how to load the tool. So this is super easy because it is an auto blade. You're just going to literally drop the tool in, and I'll show you guys this on another video when I'm going over the two machines side by side on how to load the new cutting blade. This is just talking about the auto tool detection. So the blue, it literally looks like a Lego piece, and again I'll show you this in the next video, but this is, the blue is for the sketch pens, the gray is for premium and deep cut, the black is for fabric and standard, and the white is for the craft blade. And this is explaining how to lock and unlock the blades, pretty easy. This is exciting. The new Cameo 4 has multiple media size adjustments. So you can do 4A, letter, 12-inch, and 13-inch. And the new way to move the roller bar is so stinking simple. I cannot even believe it. So again, I'll show you guys that in the next video coming. Loading your material. This sounds very exciting too. So apparently, you load your cutting mat, you line it up just like we've lined it up on the previous machines, but apparently it will adjust itself. We'll see if that really happens. I'm a little skeptical, not gonna lie, but nonetheless, I don't doubt Silhouette. I know they have their act together, so this should be really very interesting. When I read that, I thought, is that really going to be possible? But it says the white rollers will grip your cutting mat and move it into position. In my mind, that just means it's going to move it forward. I don't think it's going to shift it left to right, but we'll see. Okay, fun new features. You guys, the Cameo 4 has a built-in roll feeder. So no more like moving mine in and off the table, and it stores beautifully into this machine. Oh my goodness, it's heaven. I have no other words. It's heaven. And then on the back there's a cutter. There we go, the cross cutter. So this is a very great feature. I had this on this feature on my old Cameo, but it was just, you know, slide the cutter yourself. I ended up using it like 100 times for Christmas gift wrapping. It was great. But here, if you come down to the gear, you can choose to change for your feed option, not to return to original, which is what it typically does when you're just maybe using the cutting mat, but instead feed. So I'll show you what I mean here. You just go to this little gear here, and you would change this to feed, and it would allow you to change like the length. So let's say, you know, I'm cutting 17 inches. And the nice thing about this too is you don't have to be perfect because you can use the feed buttons like the forward and back on the actual screen of the Cameo. So you don't have to get that spot on. So that's pretty cool. And then this just tells you how to replace it if it goes dull. And then this just tells you how to cut designs, which is really no different. And then of course the Cameo 4 is Bluetooth compatible. And that I was feeling like I couldn't figure this out, but where this is at is if you go to send and you click on this icon of the Cameo where you see a 3. So right now my Cameo is with this Bluetooth logo, it's ready, and the reason why this says unavailable is because this is my Cameo if I were to plug it in, and then this is my Cameo 2, which is my original one. Either that or this is vice versa. I can't remember. Either way, it doesn't matter because they're not plugged into my computer, which is why they're not registering, but I am running my Cameo 4 off of the Bluetooth. So if I plugged it in, then one of these would change and then I would just be running it through that. So either way, this basically allows me to keep my Cameo over on a different table and not have to worry about all the cords dragging all over my laptop while I am designing. So I am excited to use that feature. I'll be totally honest with you guys. When when Silhouette first came out with the Bluetooth feature, I was like, who is going to use that? Like, whose machine is already loaded with the material to cut it? This is so dumb. But now that I have it, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is glorious to not have to use the cords. So I'm excited for that. And then this just goes on to show you if you need more information or you need more help. You can visit Silhouette America, or you can check out this blog, or you can just stay on my YouTube channel and keep checking out the videos that I'm posting for you guys. All right, I hope you guys found this tutorial informative and hopefully helpful. And like I said, I'm going to get a video up of the side-by-side of these two machines, and I'm going to show you some of these things like the cross cutter and how the roll feeder works, and yeah, get you guys rolling. Hopefully you're getting a new one for Christmas as well. This is a pretty unexpected gift for me and definitely not something I was anticipating. So I'm very excited to get it off and running and onto a bunch of all the Christmas projects that I have to complete and get my orders out the door. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more great Silhouette tutorials.